Hello everyone. So in this lecture we are going to discuss about in brief the basic idea of the thyristor. In detail that is we are going to study the SCR. So before this lecture, the lecture 21, we had briefed about how they have classified the semiconductors are classified into three families there. So one of the family is the thyristor, and this thyristor will be looking into a part, and in this subject the power electronics part will be dealing only with respect to the thyristor, that is in specially SCR, silicon controlled rectifier. Okay, so before getting into the different applications, so because with the help of this one, with the help of this SCR, we are going to see different applications: control rectifier, chopper, then inverter, SMPs. So these four applications that we had discussed in the converter part, in short we'll be looking into in detail here one by one, and as the lecture goes on we'll be going into it. For that purpose, we need to little focus more on the SR, the basic part here, how it is going to act. So, if this model one, if all the topics are covered properly, so it will be very useful in the further upcoming lectures. So, now, what do you mean by this thyristor? As I said, the thyristor represents a family of a power semiconductors. As we discussed, three families were there, and it is a bistable switching device which have four or more layers or three or more junctions. So, what does that mean? We have a four junctions. Okay, we have the four junction like that. We used to have like this way: one, two, three. So we what we having here, four or more layers. So it might be a P, N, P, N. Okay. So now this one, this is where one, two, three, four layers. So how many junctions it's creating? It is creating this one, two, three. So this is what it is trying to say. Usually we here need not worry more about the layers and all. We usually will be discussing the four layers and the three junctions there. And SCR is one of the mostly widely used, and it is one of the very good important member. So wherever you go to the SCR is lab. So hence the name silicon controlled rectifier. Silicon controlled rectifier. And as I said, we'll be using this type of the four layers here. And it is having the anode. Okay. So one will be anode, cathode, another will be gate. So this one factor will be coming more. So anode, cathode, gate. As we know that anode is positive with respect to cathode there, so this is called as the forward. So we'll look at the circuit how it is made. Okay, so this is PNPN. Okay, this is made as a cathode, this is anode, and here in between you can see here this N and P and N here. So this layer is been connected here. So this act as a switch there which is connected to the P. So as we know the basic knowledge that whenever it is forward bias any circuit it will start to conduct. Yes. So this SCR is made on when anode is given to positive and cathode is given to negative. Anode is given to positive and cathode negative. So what will happen that time? This there is a flow through the current through it. There is a flow of electrons. So that purpose the flow is done. But remember one condition. How? Unless and until if you apply small amount of gate voltage, this will not start to conduct. Hence the name is the gate. Gate means what? It is stopping. What is making this layer is been making not in conduct. How? A anode and cathode will be given, but it cannot conduct through this one unless and until small gate voltage has to be applied here. So this act as a very important in making SCR on. But remember one thing, when once it is given small voltage, might be around 1 volt or something, when it given, that time the anode is forward bias and cathode is when connected to the negative supply, so that time it starts to conducting. Once it is on SCR, gate doesn't have any control over it. Gate doesn't have any control over it. So for that we required some other external devices, the commutator network, etc., etc. We'll look into it. So remember one thing, that's the thing. Okay, then here this is the remember how to remember the circuit formula there. This is a looks like a diode, but what is the difference is we have a gate here extra. That's it. Now we need to look into two different characteristics here. In this lecture, we will be looking about the static state characteristic of anode and cathode. In the next video, we will be looking into the gate. Okay, here we will study about anode and cathode. In the next lecture, we will see gate. So now, consider this is as a circuit here. This is the anode connected to some circuit, switch is on. So that time you can see here, it is a positive supply given to here. So how much is voltage required? When it is given there, that time it starts to conduct. That time it starts to conduct. Unless and until we don't use it, it will not work. Okay. So here, what is the condition? Here in this statistic, we need to look into three regions. Reverse blocking, what is that? Reverse blocking, forward bias condition, another is the forward conduction region. So remember, three regions: reverse blocking, forward bias condition, and another forward conduction region. Okay, that's the circuit how will be done. When it is reverse bias means what? Anode is reverse bias. So here instead of positive you give negative. Here also instead of negative you give to positive. That's the thing. Forward bias means what? It's a forward bias condition. This is reverse bias condition. So we'll look one by one. You can see here the reverse leakage. This is the graph here. Okay, this is the graph. You can see this, and you have many this one subheadings to it. So now, when a cathode is made high respect to the anode, it is in reverse with the gate open. With the gate open, so gate is not given unless and until we gate is not, so it will not start to conduct. That's so remember. The SCR is to be reverse bias. You know this condition. So what is happening here? J1 and J3 are reverse bias. J2 will be forward bias. So no supply, so forward bias. So that time there is a small current flow through it, SCR. Small current flow through the SCR, that we call as the reverse blocking mode of the or the off state of the SCR. So in short, what is happening here? The slowly the how much the voltage has been increased. What is happening here? This is the current up to certain level that we call as a reverse avalanche breakdown. We say, or we can say reverse breakdown VBB. Alright, VBR we say VBR. Okay, breakdown instead of we say BR VBR. If any voltage is increased more than VBR, so that time this SCR gets damaged. Unless you can reverse bias up to this VBR value. After that, if you do anything, it will get shorted and it will not start working. What is happening? This instead of short means what? J1 and J3 junction which are been there at the anode and cathode, near to an anode and cathode respectively. So it is broke this depletion layer and the loss of electron. The control, whatever the process was there, it will stop. This is one condition. And here in this SCR, it offers a very high impedance and can be treated as an open switch. So it will not give any conduction only. Okay. Next, the forward condition. So this was the reverse blocking region. Now it is the forward blocking region. This is little kind of interesting here. Okay. You think that it will start to conduct. No. So it is, since it is once it's given to 0 up to certain level. You can see this graph. Up to certain level, it has been increase slowly, increasing stable, it trying to be up to certain one level. And this is how we achieve. Now here we are making anode as positive and cathode as negative. So what is that? It is slowly starting to increase there. When it is forward bias, slowly starting to increase. When it slowly start to increase, so that time it cannot make automatically SCR on immediately. It has to wait. So what is happening? J1 is little make is given and J3 also is forward bias, so everything has been ready. Just we require a trigger to continue the flow of anode to cathode. So that is provided by the gate. So we have to wait till the gate whatever. But that's instead of when unless and until the gate voltage is being given there, the small forward current leakage current being flown from anode to cathode. You know that everywhere the reverse current will flow. For hence this is called as a O to M. This is called as a O to M. And here VBO always greater than the VBR. VBR will be negative, VBO will be in O. So this VBO is what? VBO is the blocking mode current or blocking mode voltage. Okay. So always, and remember one thing, since this VBO is greater than VBR, the depletion width of the J2 is greater than the total depletion of the width J1 and J2. So that time the width has been decreased and trying to pass the thing, and this is what considered as the open switch. So what is making, in short, what is saying, it is trying to make it ready for the process. It is trying to make it ready for the SCR to start the process. So this we call as this is the reverse process. This is we making a get ready start process, and here it's going on process. It will start to do. Now everything is prepared. Now what is there? Now just we apply a gate voltage. Just we apply a gate voltage. What is happening when we apply gate voltage? Its voltage has been reduced drastically. You can see here the dotted lines is there. It reduced drastically, and what is required is that 1.8 now some triggering has been done to it, and that time it starts to increase the current. So as we go on the thing, it will start to increase. Okay, so whatever is there, this is what the power conduction, and this is the line what we see is the actual where SCR starts to work. This is the line where actually the SCR starts to work. So this is what making was in the previous step, what we are getting make SCR ready, and this is what drastic change after that one voltage has been reached, and then it will start to conduct. So what is here, we can see, looking at this, we can see that the current factor is more important. So as the current has been increased, so it will start to work properly. Okay, so that whatever that minimum current required to go on with it, that's called as a latching current. You can see it. This is the latching current. Minimum current required to make SCR on, that we call as a latching current, and the minimum current which is required to make SCR off, that is called as a holding current. That we call as a holding current. Now, a thyristor can be brought forward by blocking mode to forward conduction mode by applying this thing. So previous mode to this one, how? As I said, that applying that VBO across the anode and cathode, or a positive pulse between the gate and the cathode, or when a gate signal is applied to the thyristor turns on before VBO is reached. So this is what the thing. If you, unless and until we don't apply gate voltage, so this will be trying to reach and it will be waiting till here. If we were VBO, if gate voltage was applied at this stage, so that time it would have been taken like this way. So at certain up to one level, it will be like that only. So this is what. And I said the latching current, as I said, it's defined as the minimum value of the anode current which it must attain during turn on process to maintain conduction when gate signal is removed. When gate signal is removed. The gate pulse should also be ensured to that the anode current rises above the latching current and no more required once SCR turns on. As I said, once SCR is turned on, the gate is not required only. Removal of gate current does not affect the conduction of anode current. So whatever is that, it will be in the flow. The anode is like the gate will be acting like a normal switch which will made on and then it's thrown off like that. It will be in terms of a 10 to 15 milliamps, so it should not reduce more than less than 10 milliamps. You can see the holding current. So minimum value of the anode current below SCR get turned off. So 8 to 10. So it is little less than the latching current. So they are like parallel to each other. We say if latching current reduces than the latching current means what? It should come to the holding current, and it is holding. Okay, holding means what? It is to the minimum current required to hold the current to flow. So there's a comparison. Short latching current is always more than the holding current. You can see it looking at these figures. Then latching current is associated with turn on process. As I said, it is only with respect to turn on. Holding will be in respect to the turning off things. So this is what we studied about the basic of SCR and how SCR is made on and how it has to maintain and how it can be used for next processes. Okay, these are the references what we use as VTU prescribed, the MD Singh and KB Kanchandani. Thank you.